Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. It's OJ here. Today I'm going to be looking into a new company that has been gaining a lot of popularity, Usi-tech. It's been sort of new on the market, just for a few months. It actually started already last year with their Forex trading plan, and we have some track record, so we're going to be looking into that. But also they have a new package, which is Bitcoin trading package, and it's too new. There's not enough record about it. So I'm going to be asking some questions regarding this, and I'm going to try and establish if they're actually doing trading or is it yet another hoax. And before I start, I'm just going to say that whether you remember or not of Usi-tech, this video will help you to find out exactly how things are being run, because I did an interview with Ralf, who is the co-owner of the company. And I had a lot of questions for him because there are a few things missing on their website. I must say, when I was doing my due diligence, and I do a lot of research before I choose to work with a company, so when I was doing my due diligence and I was comparing different businesses that have similar module in order to choose the one that I prefer to work with, I noticed a few things that were kind of missing on their website, and some of the information that I wanted to find out was not really here. For instance, when you first go on the website and you look at general information, the things about the business are kind of clear, how it works and everything, what they offer, the packages and trading, Forex trading. Yes, we understand that. When we go to About Us, there is more about the company and the past of the company, not so much about the owners and even who are the owners. This is one of the critiques that I spotted when I was doing my research. There are a few blogs online that you would find. Some of these blogs are actually calling everything a scam only to promote their own programs. So that's the kind of feedback that I don't really take into account. But there were a few reviews that stressed on the fact that names and addresses are not really obvious on the website. So what I had to do is find a way to get to the owners and actually speak to them, so that I can see who these people are. And also I like to judge character, so I always like to have that personal contact. So I went to the London event, which was at the end of April, and I met with co-owners there and some of the founding members. I couldn't meet with the co-owner, Ralf, which was one of my aims. I really needed to speak to that guy because he is one of the traders, and only he could answer my questions regarding the trading. Now, I do trading on my own, and I do understand a little bit about trading, and especially cryptocurrency trading, because this is what I'm doing. This is why I had some technical questions and things that I really needed to speak to the right person with. That's why I did my Skype interview with Ralf, who wasn't at the London event, and you're gonna see that in a few minutes. But before that, let me just continue with the points that I want to make here. So as you scroll down on the page, you get to you see the vision of the company. They talk about results and all of that, which is good. Of course, every company should be proud with their results. Then we get to the FAQ section, which is just a few of the most commonly asked questions, and including the question, where is the company based? It says the company Usi-tech Limited registration number is ICC 2016-0282, has its headquarters in Dubai. And you might think that it all ends here, and this is everything we know. When you go to the Contact Us section, you don't really get the address and everything, and this was one of the questions that I asked Ralf. You will see it in a minute. But what you need to do is basically just go to the bottom of the screen. Impression is in English. Originally it's impressum, it's a Latin word, but that's basically, these are the details of the company. So here you can see the address, and you have the email and a telephone number. So these things are provided, they're not hidden. I'm just pointing it out because one of the videos that I watched that were calling this a scam or a Ponzi was stressing on the fact that these are details that are hidden. They're not hidden. So the person who did the research obviously didn't get to that point. And when you get to the bottom of the page, you can see their Twitter account and their Facebook accounts as well. So these are also ways to connect with the company and contact them. So, you know, these are things that are not really hidden. I wouldn't say that we have information missing from the website. What is missing though is the proof of trading, because everyone is wanting to see proof of trading. And the proof of trading is already there for the Forex. That's, you know, the main product. They launched it last year, so we know people who have been with the company since last year. Personally, my upline, John Smith, who I interviewed as well, you can see the video linked to this one. He shared his trading proof, his account. We saw some of the trades and the actual history of trades being, you know, open trades, closed trades, winning trades, losing trades, you know, everything. So we have that kind of transparency with the Forex. Also with the Forex side, you have your own broker's account. So the money is being managed by a third party, registered, you know, legislated third party. So this is all fine with the Forex. The problem is that the Bitcoin packages is a very new product, so there's not enough track record and history with this package, with this product. This is why I had to ask some questions, and this is when we get to the part where I'm going to share now my interview, just snippets of the interview, because it was a very long chat, and you know, I don't want to upload the whole thing, but these are all the key questions that I asked the owner. So have a look for yourself and see the answers, and then we can conclude whether this is a scam or not. Thank you, John, and thank you, Ralf, for coming to the call. There are a few questions that I'll be asking because there are a lot of people in my team, and we've been working with online programs for a while, and unfortunately the online space is full of things that don't really work very well a lot of the time. So I have many people that have been burnt in the past, so now they're being overcautious, let's call it. And so these will be questions that I've got from them, but some of them can also be taken as feedback and sort of constructive criticism rather than, you know, attack or anything like that. So the first question that I get asked the most from everyone is, where are you registered and where can we see a registration? Because when we go on the website and when we go on contact details, there isn't an actual contact details info there. It's you actually filling a form and you send a support ticket, so to speak. And in most websites, when you go to About Us or Contact Us, you would see the address and telephone number, email for communication. So this is what was missing when my people were looking, and they're asking now.
Mm-hmm. I must ask to our chief of the programmers, but I think it's on the end of the website. You can see the post address, you can see the register number, and all this stuff. Let me see. You go to Impressum and you have everything. Usi-tech info. And you have address, you have register number, you have email, you have phone, you have website, you have everything.
Oh, so this is where it is. Okay, so we couldn't see it. I think it's because we went to Contact Us and we got to the form. Is the support team 24/7 indeed, or is it only on weekdays?
Normally, they worked from Monday to Friday, and now we put a special team also on weekend because we have more and more members and we need more and more support workers. And now I think until now we have 6 or 7, but we will grow up to 10 in the next 2 or 3 weeks because we see that the answer of the support tickets needs at the moment 2, 3, 4 days.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
We want to resolve in 1 or maximum 2 days. This is a time frame. I think this is normal. This is okay, but more than 2 days cannot be happening.
So you say about 6 at the moment.
6. We have 3 on the English. We have 2 on the German, and we have more 2 on the technique. on the technique side, because they can only resolve the normal things. But when you need to go into the page and all these things, so you need a technique engineer.
Yeah.
And we have two technique engineers who is there and who look into the programmation, into the site, and all these things.
Another question that I'm getting a lot here is, what was the company? Is there any record about the company from before you started your online services? Because we've heard a lot about your experience in trading and Joao as well, but we haven't really seen anything. So a few people are asking, what can we see?
Yeah, this is always the same problem, you know. I give you an example. When you are a trader or you are a financial man, something like this, and you work for other clients that put money, that you work with this money, nobody will show his money, nobody will show his account, nobody will show his results, because they have a couple of reasons, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so they don't will show. So for me, like a trader, it's very difficult to show something outside, because I worked only for clients' accounts. I have clients' accounts with more than 500,000, and so how can I prove? I can prove with Mike Kiefer, because when I know him, he asked me to make a class about how to work in Forex. I started with him, but he's a very dynamic man. He cannot sit and wait for the situations on the Forex market. So after a week, he told me, okay, stop it, because I cannot do this. So can I give you my money and you will trade my money? So he gave me a money, and I trade his money for 1 month, and the results, he was surprised, and he put more money. So I worked with his money 2 months, and after this I traveled to Germany. So in Germany I don't work in this kind of things, and he saw what I can do or not. You know, I prove for him live on his account I do this, but the client's accounts I cannot show. And for João, or for all the traders, this is when a trader show his account. This is not a client account. When he show client's account, he will go to jail. He
Right.
do this.
It's client confidentiality.
Of course.
Yeah, it's like a lawyer. It's like a magical man. Yeah.
We have got some examples, but you know, where clients have been happy to share the data. We've got a little bit of data that I can share with you anyway, OJ.
Yeah.
Okay. I think these questions come mainly from the fact that the BTC package is still very new, and we don't have enough track record on it. So at the moment, all the trust is being built on the back of the Forex site, and we got really good feedback on the Forex site. I spoke to quite a few people, and everyone gave me positive feedback. So this was why I also jumped in and started working with John and everything. But because there is that element of the structure of the business resembling something that we have worked with in the past and that has failed miserably quite a few times. So it's the actual module that raises some sorts of alarms. It's not necessarily too bad, but it's just it just resembles something that didn't work in the past. So this is how we need to really make the differentiation between what we've seen before and Usi-tech. And mainly what I'm referring to is the structure of the package costing 50 euros, returning 140%. At that point, it expires. So how do you think we'll be able to see some sort of track record on the trading for the Bitcoin side? Because that is different than the Forex side, isn't it?
Yeah, we will show everything. Give us a few weeks, because how you, like a trader, have problem. You cannot show the client's account. The same stuff is with these companies who make trading, and this is confidential. They don't want to show him. They don't want to show where they are. because they are very scared about hackers or something like this, you know. And for the governments also, because the law and all this, you know. So it's not so easy, but they understood, because we was there, we spoke with them, and they understood that we need, like in Forex, we need that we can show something, that we can prove that we really work with the money and don't use the money to make holidays on Hawaii.
Yes.
You know. So everybody I need, when I make something, I will have a proof before I put money. This is absolutely normal and correct. And we will provide all this stuff, but we need a little bit time, because we will get from them. We must prepare, like, you cannot see who is working with the money, only that is working, and what are the tracks, what are the orders, how was the trading, how was the result, and all these things.
So am I correct to understand that the trading is not done by you, or some of the trading is done by you, and you have...
I will explain you. We give 95% of all the stuff we give out to third parties, to third companies. They are specialized in mining and trading. So we have the biggest miner in Europe, who is mining altcoins, not Bitcoin, altcoins, because it's more profitable, it's more easy to make. So this is the first. And the second, we make with third companies, we make arbitrage trading. This means you have different platforms and you see where's the best price to sell and where's the best price to buy. And so you make this kind of exchange in instant hours. So this is the two ways that we work outside of the company. We have companies who make this for us, because they are professional, long years, and we are not. We are new in this market, so it's better they make this. And the third is that we make only in big movements. You see the Bitcoin, for example. You see the Bitcoin now, it's on 1,600. Yesterday was on 1,700. One day before 1,560, 70. So he stopped his up now, and he go to the right side, and now you will see a correction normally. He will correct his price, he will fall down to 1,200, 1,250. So this will be the time to buy, you know?
Okay.
You will buy a Bitcoin with money, and you will wait for the next up. So the next up will not be 1,700, will be 1,900, 2,000, 2,100, something like this. So you will sell, and these big movements we make manually trading. We put a money, buy, and we...
And this is you and Joao, for instance? Or...
Yeah, the whole company. We put this on exchanges, on platforms, on exchanges for cryptocurrency, and there we can buy and sell these things.
And I think a lot of these questions also come mainly because of the fact that you're not really audited yet. You haven't got a government body that is doing an audit on the company. That's why we have to ask these questions and do our due diligence. Is there a government body that will be that you will be legislated by, or regulated, or registered with?
We have in Dubai, everything is registered, everything is legal, everything is perfectly. We have the certification, we have everything. And now I think in more or less 2 or 3 weeks, I think 3 weeks, we will have USI finance. So we will have our own finance license, so that we can make our own broker, that we can make everything on stock market, everything on financial market. We have our own license. So this will come now. Okay,
that's great. And now here comes a slightly more technical question. Is when you are buying the package, you're paying 50 euros in Bitcoin, for instance. I do, because I'm using Bitcoin. And because on some presentations people talk about returning 70 euros, but in fact it's 140%. Are we looking at the euro value once the money is in the system, or are we from that point looking at the Bitcoin value? Meaning that if I buy the package today, it's 50 euros, but it's 0.035 BTC. If tomorrow Bitcoin is even more expensive, then it will be 0.030 BTC. So am I making 140% on 0.030 BTC, which is what I deposited at the time of purchase of the package, or am I still making 70 euros, which will be...
Our currency is Bitcoin. So everything that you put in and you put out is Bitcoin. So when you put in, and this is why the people who started with us have already 50% of profit, only because they buy the Bitcoin, they put the Bitcoin inside, and when they buy the Bitcoin, it was on 800, 900, and now we are on 1,600, so it's the double, you know? So so they made 100% just now in 2 months.
Your price is fixed in a fiat currency, and with Bitcoin going up, that makes your package cheaper and cheaper in Bitcoin. That doesn't bother you in any way?
No, this is not a problem. For you, always Bitcoin to Bitcoin. You have no risk on the exchange, nothing. But when we put you in Bitcoin, so you will earn on everything that the Bitcoin make on profit. So we say, okay, the best is for our client that we put in Bitcoin, so he will grow up with the market and will make a lot of money only because he has Bitcoin.
Yes. The mining you mentioned, the biggest company in Europe, can we have a name, or you don't want to? Okay.
We cannot give for 2 reasons. First, when I give you the name, you don't need me. You go and make. You know?
Well, I personally don't, yeah, I know what you mean, because I personally don't see mining as very profitable, so I'm not really bothered.
Yeah, always have some specialists, they will take the phone and ring to them and say, hi, I am here, and let me do it together.
Okay, yeah.
We cannot provide our companies that we are working, it's clear.
Okay, but you are confident in your partnerships with these companies that these are solid companies and that you do not have any room for anything going wrong?
Because I think it's not risky. You look, because we make this that we buy the machines. We buy a container, and on the container is all the stuff for make mining, and we put our container in the mining farm of them. So the machines are ours.
It's your equipment.
Yeah, it's there, and they take care of all the things.
Fair enough. That's good, and mainly because when you have part of the business being operated by a third party, you are sort of vulnerable to that third party performing correctly and being a real company, because there is also, especially with mining, there's so many businesses online that claim to be mining, but many of them don't.
I know. It's with trading. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Yeah. Look, you must see something. This I must clear also. You can only look what it was on the past, how they work on the past, how was the work from them, the profit and everything. You don't know what is starting with today. But I think with this kind of companies that we're working now, I think normally, I think nothing can be happened. Okay, when you work 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 years in this market, so it don't make sense for me that they stop tomorrow, because they prove they have a lot of clients, they have a lot of money that they are working. So for me, it don't make sense that they stop tomorrow and say, okay, let us take the money and go ahead. For what? They are earning a lot of money, a lot of money, really a lot of money.
Okay, and I think the last question here is in terms of your compensation plan, because it goes 12 levels deep, and on many of these levels it's 3%. So it all adds up quite a bit. Obviously, not everyone will be qualified for the 12 levels, and you need to buy a license, and there are some requirements to be met. But how confident you are in the way that the proceeds are coming into the company, so that you can pay out these accumulated earnings from compensations, and also the fact that on direct level it's 10%, which means that on every 50 euros that comes to you, 10% you lose immediately, and then you need to gain that back plus the 40% profit for that person's package.
Correct. When you look on the market, and also with little money, when you look at the market and you know some companies or some traders who work with this seriously, you will see they make profit 20, 25, 30% months, because the volatility of this market is much more higher than in Forex market. And also the good thing is that this arbitrage trading is, let me say, more or less secure, and you can make a lot of money because the price difference of all the platforms. So to make money there it's in relation to Forex market much more easier. The problem in this market is the volume. When you have much money, when you have a big volume, this is more difficult to make the things, because the platform have limits that they can handle. So when I come with 20 million today to one platform, they will say we cannot do this. With 2 million, with 3, with 5, okay, but more we cannot handle. So this is like, let me explain on spot trading. When you have a spot trading and you have a game, let me say it's Manchester United, Liverpool, okay? So you have in this game 500,000 of bets. You cannot make a bet with 1 million, because only 500,000 is in the game, you know. And there is the same thing. You have a limit, so you need more and more platforms to make the things happen. And more money you have, more difficult is to make these things of business.
So you are working on, because with Forex we know it's Forex. With cryptocurrencies, it's like 15 different platforms. Are you working in all of them in that case?
No, but in the best of.
Okay. Do you want to mention a few names?
Yeah, the normal, you know, Kraken, you know, Bitstamp, you know, Bitpanda, you know, how is the name of the other? But a lot of.
Poloniex? Or not Poloniex? Do you use Poloniex as well?
Poloniex is for trading, only for normal trading.
Okay. You're only buying and selling in volume, so you don't really do that.
For myself personally.
Yeah, we all do basically. A lot of the people in my team are using Poloniex. That's why I'm mentioning it, because they will be able to relate, and we understand it. And we've also worked with some other traders who use Poloniex, and they share sometimes they even do live trading videos, and this is the kind of transparency that they're asking for. But here we're working with a slightly different type of trading, so of course
it's a different. I work with, I don't know how much money they use with 100,000, 500,000. Oh, you work with 10 million or 50 million. You know?
No, I think we're working with in the tens of thousands, not millions, in our private accounts.
Okay, yeah. This private law.
Yes.
I am too. Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks a lot for that. I think these were all of my questions. I keep looking at my notes to see if there's anything that I missed, and quite frankly, what is the risk level of the trading? I think you mentioned arbitrage trading. Generally, we know this is low risk. Yeah, so that also answered that question.
Yeah, okay.
All right, well, thank you very much for your time and for everything. And we'll keep in touch.
Okay, I hope we see you soon in London.
Ralf, thank you for your time, as always. Appreciate it. I know you're a busy man.
Okay, thank you so much, my friend.
See you, thanks a lot.
Thanks.
So this is everything that I can offer in this video. There might be a follow-up if there's still more questions left unanswered. There might be a follow-up to that. I'm looking forward to your questions, comments below the video. Just leave a comment, leave me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you like the video, or if you didn't, and feel free to share it with other people, because I personally started working with this business after a lot of research and a lot of conversations with people and gathering feedback and analyzing from my own experience what I'm seeing, whether I feel that this is legitimate and whether I feel that it can provide the results that it promises. And I am in that business. I am already one of the leaders there. I have a big team. So this video is also for you guys in my team. This is you know, just answering a lot of your questions. Hopefully it's answering all of your questions, but if there's still any, just drop me a line. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you next time.